Indonesian football fans, here are the full results of the second match of the 2026 President's Cup, which took place on Wednesday, July 29, 2026. A number of matches presented fierce duels, spectacular goals, and results that changed the standings. Who managed to take the lead? Who is starting to be at risk? Check out the latest standings as well. The list of top scorers and top assists is getting tighter. And don't miss the next match schedule, which is guaranteed to be hotter and full of prestige. Keep supporting your favorite teams, because the competition for the 2026 President's Cup title is getting more exciting. Mizuki. We start with the results of the first match of the 2026 President's Cup held on Sunday, July 26, 2026. DPMM FC had to settle for a point after a 2-2 draw against Tampines Rovers in a match that was fierce until the final whistle. Tampines took an early lead through Hidasakawa's goal in the second minute. DPMM FC then rose through Ali Rahman in the 47th minute and turned things around thanks to Santos' goal in the 60th minute. However, the victory that was in sight vanished after Ramli scored the equalizer in the 71st minute. Final score: DPMM FC 2, Tampines Rovers 2, Tampines Rovers 2. A result that meant both teams had to be content with taking home 1 point. Still in the evening, a no less exciting match brought Persib Bandung against Arema FC to FC. Playing in front of their own supporters, Mangban managed to secure a narrow 1-0 victory. The only goal in this match was scored by William Barros in the 23rd minute after making excellent use of an opportunity. Although Arema FC continued to press until the end of the match, the strength of the Persib defense kept the lead intact. A 1-0 score for Persib Bandung was the final result, marking the start of their journey in the 2026 President's Cup with 3 important points. Moving on to the next match. PSMS Medan had to acknowledge the superiority of the Thai representative, Port FC. With a score of 0-2, Port FC immediately took the initiative to attack from the start of the match and managed to open the scoring through Samura in the 16th minute. Entering the second half, Sabi doubled the lead in the 53rd minute, effectively securing the win for Port FC. Until the final whistle blew, PSMS failed to respond, and Port FC closed the match with a convincing 2-0 victory to secure their first 3 points in the 2026 President's Cup. In the next match, Persebaya Surabaya successfully secured a narrow 1-0 victory over Persija Jakarta in a tight duel. Both teams attacked each other from the opening minutes, but the deadlock was only broken in the 63rd minute. Disaster struck for Persija after Bekov scored an own goal that gave Persebaya the lead. Until the final whistle blew, the Makin Kemayoran failed to equalize the score. Final score: 1-0 for Persebaya Surabaya. A result that brings Bajul Ijo to secure 3 important points in the first match of the 2026 President's Cup. Moving on to the next match, Arema FC finally bounced back and successfully secured a 2-1 victory over Tampines Rovers. Bacha. Desingo Eden appeared aggressive from the start of the match, with Henry Kui becoming the star of the win with 2 quick goals in the 27th and 34th minutes. Tampines Rovers managed to narrow the deficit just before halftime through a Dylan Fox header in the 45+3 minute. Entering the second half, both teams created a number of opportunities. However, there were no additional goals until the final whistle blew. The final score: Tampines Rovers 1, Arema FC 2. Next, Persib Bandung showed an impressive performance when facing DPMM FC. After a tight, scoreless match throughout the first half, the deadlock was finally broken in the 74th minute. Sikulik emerged as the hero for the Mang Bandung. After the goal, a victory greeted by the roaring supporters, DPMM FC tried to retaliate in the remaining time. However, Persib's defense remained disciplined until the final whistle. The final score: Persib Bandung 1, DPMM FC 0. The next match presented an exciting duel between Port FC and Persija Jakarta, which ended in a 2-2 draw. Port FC took the lead first through Kamarat Sami in the 18th minute before Sabi doubled the lead to 2-0 in the 40th minute. However, Persija gave an immediate quick response. Abdul Manan narrowed the gap just a minute later in the 41st minute. Entering the second half, Lengkap successfully scored the equalizer in the 51st minute. Until the final whistle, both teams failed to add any more goals. The final score, Port FC 2, Persija Jakarta 2. It is a draw that forces both teams to share 1 point in the second match of the 2026 President's Cup. In the last match of the second round, Persebaya, Surabaya again showed their toughness when facing PSMS Medan. The duel was fierce, with both teams creating dangerous opportunities against each other, but the deadlock was finally broken just before halftime. Fernandez became the hero for the Bajul after scoring in the 45th minute. In the second half, PSMS tried to rise and find an equalizer, but Persebaya's defense appeared very solid until the final whistle. The final score, PSMS Medan 0, Persebaya Surabaya 1. Now it's time to look at the provisional standings for Group A of the 2026 President's Cup after the end of the second match. Persib Bandung has performed perfectly with 2 consecutive wins and sits firmly at the top of the standings with 6 points. In second place is Arema FC, which collected 3 points after bouncing back to win in the second match. Meanwhile, Tampines Rovers and DPMM FC both collected 1 point each from 1 draw and 1 loss. Bias. The competition in Group A is still not over. The final match will determine who deserves to join Persib Bandung in advancing to the semifinals of the 2026 President's Cup. Don't miss the next match. Turning to the provisional standings for Group B of the 2026 President's Cup, Persebaya Surabaya performed extraordinarily by sweeping both matches and leading the standings with 6 points. In second place is Port FC, collecting 4 points after 1 win and 1 draw, while Persija Jakarta remains in third with 1 point. Meanwhile, PSMS Medan sits at the bottom of the table, having yet to earn a point from 2 matches. Group B competition is still wide open, especially in the race for a spot in the semifinals. The final match is guaranteed to be intense and full of drama. Now it's time to look at the provisional top scorer list for the 2026 President's Cup after Matchday 2. Gustavo Henry Coué from Arema FC and Isam Al-Sabi from Port FC lead the competition with 2 goals each. Meanwhile, in the next positions there are Balsa Sekulik from Persib Bandung, Faris Ramli from Tampines Rovers, ST Japan Longkar and Abdul Manan from Persija Jakarta, Noboru Simura from Port FC, and William Barros from Persib Bandung, each having collected 1 goal. The race for the top scorer title is still wide open. Who will become the top goal scorer in the 2026 President's Cup? Let's wait and see in the next match. Next, we turn to the provisional top assist list for the 2026 President's Cup after Matchday 2. The competition is still very tight as all players on this list have recorded 1 assist each. There is Berginho from Persib Bandung, Kureka from Arema FC, Yuki Kobayashi and Kensin Yamasaki from Tampines Rovers, Ali Rahma, and Alberto from DPMM FC, as well as Subhanan Burarat and Lucas Tocantins from Port FC, BE. With the tournament still long, the opportunity to become the king of assists remains wide open. Who will lead the assist list in the next match? Let's look forward to it together in the 2026 President's Cup. Entering the third match day of the 2026 President's Cup, the competition in the group stage is heating up. On Friday, July 31, 2026, 2 crucial matches are set to determine each team's chances of reaching the final round. The first match pits Arema FC against DPMM FC from Brunei Darussalam at 3:30 p.m. Western Indonesian time. The Senggoidan must perform at their best to secure important points. Meanwhile, DPMM FC is ready to cause an upset. In the evening, the spotlight turns to the duel between Persib Bandung and Tampines FC from Singapore at 7:30 p.m. Western Indonesian time. Playing in front of their own supporters, the Maung Bandung are certainly aiming for a win to keep their hopes of topping the group alive. All matches will take place at Sijalak Harupat Stadium and will be broadcast live on Indosiar and video. Still on the third match day of the 2026 President's Cup, it is now the turn of the matches at Gelora Bung Tomo Stadium in Surabaya to present decisive duels. In the afternoon match at 3:30 p.m. Western Indonesian time, Persija Jakarta will face PSMS Medan. The Makan Kemayoran are certainly targeting a victory to secure their position in the standings. However, PSMS arrives with great determination to create a surprise. Then in the main match at 7:30 p.m. Western Indonesian time, hosts Persebaya Surabaya will face the Thai representative Port FC. Supported by tens of thousands of bonek at Gelora Bung Tomo, the Bajul Ijo are ready to go all out. However, Port FC is no easy opponent and is ready to put up a fierce fight throughout the match. Both of these matches